Hello, everybody. Today is Wednesday, February 26th. Wow, February quickly running out of time here. We got about 2 days, if you count today. We got something that you don't see too often down here in Florida this time of year, clouds. Sort of overcast today. We woke up to really comfortable temperatures. I think we're in the low 60s right now, and dew points are in the 50s. I mean, it feels really, really good. And when you don't get the sun blasting you, it feels really, really good too. Okay, so this is going to be a real quick video. There's not much going on. There's just not a lot to talk about, quite honestly. Let me turn this TV down. I think for the Mid-Atlantic, for my friends up in the Philadelphia area, Baltimore, D.C., New York, I think you got one last shot of looking at any kind of measurable snow, and it's going to be on the weekend of March 8th, 9th. Before that, after that, spring is charging forward. Okay, so this is like one last chance, and then I think we're done. Meanwhile, here in South Florida, all the snowbirds are enjoying beautiful golf weather, as we're going to see more of the same, with every day being either mostly sunny or sun mixed with clouds, maybe a spotty shower. Okay, so I'll answer that in a little bit. Okay, let me show you. Let me share the screen here. Let me show you what's going on. First, let's get into the. Hold on, let me get into. Nope, not that one. I got these slides all lined up. Let me make sure I have them lined up correctly. There we go. That one right there. Okay, so let me get into the overall weather pattern first, talk about the possibility of some mid-Atlantic snow. Then I'll get into what's going on here in South Florida. This is going to be quick. Again, there's just not a lot going on right now. So remember, we need that deep blue on the East Coast. If you look towards the right, that's where the East Coast is. Here's the 28th. We have a little trough developing, but there's just not a lot of cold air. Notice we don't have the blocking up in Greenland. We don't have that. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a cross-polar flow where it's coming straight over the pole and straight down, but we don't really have much of a flow going on at all here. So cold air is going to be very, very limited. Now, this is the first. Again, you've got good storm signals here. You got deep troughs, but there's no cold air. So these are all rain. This is Sunday, March the 2nd. Now, look towards the left. You see that little bowling ball around California? Watch this thing come out. All right, so this is going to be the first little trough that tries to set up the potential snow on the 8th, 9th. See, this will deepen a little bit. Now, notice the straggler behind it there in Texas. It's going to come out, okay? And then here it is, right here. There's your signal. The weekend of the 8th, 9th, you got a little bit of ridging on the West Coast. You got just enough cold air in here to possibly get you something, and then it's done. Once that comes and goes, we're done. I mean, that is a massive ridge it's going to be building in. That's Blowtorch City right there. And by then, it's what are we in? The 13th, 14th of March. Okay, so we got that one last shot. Let's look at the temperature. Now, what this is an anomaly. So where you're seeing the reds and the oranges, that's where temperatures are expected to be above average. Where you're seeing the blues and the greens, that's where the numbers are expected to be below average. But I want you to keep in mind, even if let's suppose for a second it was all blue. You have to remember we're moving into the end of February, and this storm signal is for the second week of March. The average highs at that point are really starting to increase because the angle of the sun is getting stronger. We're gaining more daylight hours. So even if it does look like it's cold, it's not going to be anything even close to how cold it's been January and most of February. This one in motion for you. And these are one-day increments. And again, look at all the mild air here. Now you got this little. Remember, there were a couple of storm signals. This first one here, but this is a cold shot that comes in after the rain. Okay, so you get a couple days where it's cold, then that comes and goes. Here comes all the warmth again. All right, this is the 6th. There's the 7th. Here's the 8th. Here comes a little bit of cold. Okay, this is that one last storm signal. See that? You're lining it up. And I talked about this earlier too. If you go down onto my Facebook page, and actually I believe I have a video here on YouTube about it, you can still get snow in mild patterns. You just got to thread the needle just right. You got to line everything up just right. Well, here's your chance. Okay, you got a little bit of cold on the East Coast. The question is, can we line it right? Line it up right. The low's got to track just right. We got to be able to draw into this cold air at just the right angle here because there's no block to the north. So you're going to need a perfect track. And it can happen, but it is sort of a long shot at this point. Weekend of the 8th and 9th comes and goes, and bam, here comes the blowtorch. Look at this. It's all warm. Okay, so that's it. Weekend of the 8th, 9th. Here's a look at Philadelphia. Okay, see this? See these temperatures here? I mean, think about how cold you guys have been for the last couple of months. We're done. We got two little interesting cold shots coming in. There's that first one, and you can see March 3rd right there. You see that 36? So that's the first. It's colder, right? But it's not anything even close to what you guys have been dealing with. And then the signal, the storm signal, March 8th, 9th, that 40-degree temperature you see on March 8th, I just was looking at that. Right now, that is plugged to be the temperature at midnight with the numbers falling. Now, keep in mind, all of this is going to change. Okay, this is the 26th of February. We're looking at something potentially on March 8th, 9th. All of this is going to change, but the signal is there. Okay, so again, it's just in other words, the pieces to the puzzle are there. It's just a question of, do they come together? If they do, where? It's one of those situations again. In this case, is a little different than it was back in January and February, because at this point we are in the second week of March, and now you do need absolutely everything to come together just right. So there's a look at the two remaining cold shots that you're going to have up there in the Mid-Atlantic. The first one coming in around the 2nd and the 3rd, and then the second one coming in around the 8th and the 9th. If we line everything up just right, there is the possibility of some snow. Okay, let's take a look at what the modeling is showing here. All right, remember, green is rain, blue is snow. In motion. All right, here's the first. Okay, see, there's nothing really organized here. Okay, go ahead. Tell her to come back out here. Watching Peppa Pig? With Cheerios. Okay, I'll be out there in a minute. Here's the second and the third. So the cold air, see this, the cold air, we're not lining anything up. The cold air is coming in after the rain. Now let's fast forward to the 8th, 9th. Look at this, is all heavy rain. The 5th, the 6th, all heavy rain. Okay, here comes the signal. There's the low. Look towards the bottom of your screen. See the low? That's a good position. All right, it's following the baroclinic zone. It's following the Gulf Stream where the storm track has been. See the snow breaking out on the outside. Okay, it's brief, but you got it. Okay, so basically, again, what has to happen here, you got to line everything up just right. Okay, so we'll see. And that's it. That's it for the Mid-Atlantic. Once that comes and goes again, you're done. And I got to be honest, you're pretty much done now. It's just these two little mini cold shots that are going to last a day or two. Okay, now for the Snowbirds down here in Florida, this is more of the same. If you come down week, whatever the case may be, a lot of people, actually, we have a really good tournament taking place this week. I forget the name. Cognis something open, I forget, but it's a big golf tournament. Anyway, that's taking place down here. So as you can see here, every day you're going to get sunshine mixed with clouds and a spotty shower. That was Wednesday. Here's Thursday. I notice a lot of it sticks right to the coast. Okay, you go west of 95, you go west of the turnpike, and there's not much there. Thursday, again, maybe a spotty shower. This is nothing significant. Friday, another cold front comes in. Okay, it's going to knock the temperatures down. Look at the weekend here. Saturday is beautiful. And then Sunday, maybe you get a spotty shower, but that doesn't last long, and that pulls off the coast. So we're looking at some pretty nice weather. Last but not least, pictures. Woo! Not too bad, right? Now, that is for West Palm Beach. Every day it's like 74 for you got looks like March 1st up to 79. But you take that out of the mix, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight days coming up here where you're around 74 or 75. Just absolutely beautiful stuff for the Snowbirds. Okay. Hey guys, I see you guys on the chat there. How are you? Hope you guys are thawing up there. My gosh, I know it's been cold. Okay, that's it. That's going to do it for me. Just a quick little update on what's happening here. The groundhog was wrong. Okay, that's why I don't like when they do Groundhog Day on the 2nd. Well, it's only okay, Murphy, hold on. It's only the 2nd. You're always going to have at least 3 or 4 more weeks until you get out of February. And then, once March comes, then you're on limited time anyway. You're kind of borrowing time there. So, got 2 little mini cold shots coming for the Mid-Atlantic. They last a day or two. Maybe you get some snow out of it. Maybe you don't. But that's it. Winter's pretty much done. All right, you guys take care. I'll do another update tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.